We are many. Those that live beyond the veil of darkness where nightmares are born. Sanity knows no bounds, and men's thrives on the suffering of the damned. Rot in the solace in the souls of the weak. We have taken refuge here among the mortals, in hope of harvest for my innocence. Tread lightly in the search for the voices and stories of the departed, for in shadow hides the evil that lurks within. As the light dies and slowly becomes night, the realm of spirits rule the world. In the darkness of your mind hides your own hidden demons, and brings to life your deepest fear. Do you have what it takes to speak to the dead? Do you accept your own mortality in the search for life after life? Have you ever seen a ghost, spirit, or demon? Have the lights flickered and the room became as cold as death itself? Maybe you have. Maybe it was your own subconscious preparing you for death. Come spend some of what's left of your own existence in our search for the answers that are hidden behind the veil. Shed off the blinders and open your mind's eye and listen to their stories. We are they. We are Incarnate Paranormal.
And what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you guys had a great day. Gotta say, it's been a cold, wet one here in Las Vegas. It's been rainy and just shitty all day. But I'll take it. Could be worse. We could be up in Reno, Carson, where they got their first snow of the year. I'll stay right here in Vegas for now. But yeah, I wouldn't mind being up in the snow. At least living in Carson in the snow. That way I could go to the prison whenever I wanted to. Especially if I was a docent. Go in there, do some cleaning every day, and at least say hi to the spirits and carry a recorder with me all the time. That means we just have a continuous stream of evidence from the prison. Maybe even do some live streaming. We might attempt that next year anyway. But tonight we're leaving off. We're hour 26:33 into Sims Recorder Night 1, Section 3. Managed to get that out in one sentence. Who would have thunk that one? And last night we had two of the best and clearest EVPs we've ever had. Especially that turnaround. That turnaround creeped me out a little bit. Even after the stream, the hair on my neck was still standing up. The good thing is we don't have to listen to the music box. We're pretty much... Let me get this done real quick while I'm thinking about this. Let me get this amplified up real quick so I don't have to do it during the stream while you guys are watching. Okay, that should do it. Let's get on over to working cam. Yeah, this is pretty much where Deds and I went into the execution viewing room on the first night, did our first session, and yeah, had experiences like crazy, but just the beginning. We still got a long way to go and a lot of places to investigate. So hope you guys got your headphones on, something cold to drink, and you got someplace comfortable to sit. Do know, I see Dead's in here. Don't know if anybody else. I know Sims is going to try to make it. Beyond that, somebody just deleted something out of chat, but okay, whatever. Yeah, let's get started on this. I'm actually very excited for tonight. If that was you or anybody that's here right now, could you... Okay, it's still not high enough. Let's go another 7. Okay, there we go. We should be good there. If that was you or anybody that's here right now, could you touch that device? It's all clear. Please? No static. I truly believe if those were your last words, you didn't kill nobody. I do believe you. I do believe it could have been somebody else and you were framed. Now, if you were framed and you were executed for a crime you didn't commit, could you please touch that device for us, please? It is sitting next to your picture. If you are here with anybody else, any other men who have met their fate in the room behind your picture, could you all come forward and touch that device for me, please? Now, I want you guys to remember something. I did pretty much the same question, identical, on night 3. And I added something to it and we got a response. So from now on out, when we go to the prison, I know to use the terminology that I use on night 3. I'm not going to spoil it for you because that'll spoil the video. We're going to have to wait until we get to it in probably 190 shows. We're going to hit over 200 shows for this. But this will be the last piece of evidence that we analyze for Nevada State Prison Part 3. Is the execution on the video on the very last night. I'm going to make you guys wait on this one. I'm going to be a jerk about it. We got all the other video and all the other audio, but we're going to save the best personal experiences and the best evidence for the last. We're going to do all in night 1, then all in night 2, and all in night 3. And Duds, how you doing tonight, buddy? When I was here last time, had a small child say his name was Sebastian. If that was you communicating with me, could you please touch that device? Thank you. I saw the first light go off. Could you touch it again? Could you please touch that device? Thank you. So when I asked that, the eddy meter immediately went off. We're going to have to wait till we get to the video on it. We're probably going to do all of night 1's audio, then do all of night 1's video, as to not spoil anything, just in case we get audio before the video. So we got a lot of evidence off the eddy meter. I think I'm going to have to buy a couple more of them. Not necessarily the ones with the memory card, just ones I can put in front of the camera. Deds, I know you're not spoiling anything. Some of the shit you're probably still thinking about going, what did I really see that? Because I know I'm still contemplating in my head, did we really see half the stuff we saw? Watching the results of the election day, yeah, I'd rather do the stream than watch the results. Because they say it might be 2 or 3 months before they get to the bottom of everything, especially in Nevada when certain regions have multiple voting machines going down. Lo and behold, when the majority of the early voting and mail-in votes were Democrat, and we all go out to vote tonight, now a lot of machines are down. So now we got to fill in physical ballots. Kind of funny to me, but no politics on the show. Let's get back to the audio. I saw the first light go off. Could you touch it again, please, and make it go up a couple more lights to truly let us know of your presence? That device will not hurt you. I'm going to take a seat here. It'll make it a little bit more comfortable to speak with you. You are not going to get in trouble for communicating with us. Susan has given me permission to come up here and confirm that it is you. And she just wants to know that it is you showing yourself to her as a child, because she broke down into tears when she read the evidence that I showed her. If you were guilty of your crimes and you were yelling out in anger in your final words, could you please touch that device for us? All right, Sebastian, if you're not going to speak with us, I'm going to grab a picture of another one of these gentlemen and see if they'll communicate with us. I'm going to give you a couple more minutes, then we're going to, unfortunately, have to move on down the line. So please come forward. Yeah. What we're going to do real quick is I want to pause this for a second. And I don't know if you listened to the VOD yet about last night. Let me see it. This is from I'm going to play this. This is from last night when we just walked in and I started asking questions. This one is weird. Exactly. What the fuck is that? It's called Turn Around. That is loud. Let me slow it down for you. And here's the other one from let me get rid of this one. This is the other one from last night, and when Duck was helping analyze last night, he actually had a question. He thought this might have been you. Oh, no, I need to go to evidence. I don't need to go to the file. And, oh shit, I did it again. Hold on. Sims Night 1. Now, Duck thinks this might have been you. I'm not 100% because I know you didn't whisper at all during the investigation. You didn't whisper once, but there's a strong voice in this one. And this one it's creepy, but again, I don't know if it was you or not. So let's play this. I was here a year ago, and somebody made me very sick in the last night's cells.
I saw that. I saw that. I saw that.
Was that you?
I saw that. I saw that. I saw that.
I saw that. That's not you.
I saw that.
Somebody made me sick. I saw that. That shows 100% consciousness by spirits. That shows there's more than one in there. Something made me sick and another spirit witnessed it. That is about as clear and conscious of an EVP as you're ever going to get. That's a conscious response. I got sick. Oh, I saw that. I saw that. I got sick. I saw that. You think I didn't freak out the rest of the night last night? Okay, back to it. And we only got a couple of spikes in one line. So that's... See, that's you. Yeah, is you. So that's leads me, there is something, I just don't think he has enough energy. That device next to your picture, please feel free to use the energy from it if you need to let us know you're here. How you doing tonight, Sarah? Good to see you. All you've got to do is get near it. We're just waiting on Sims tonight. She's fashionably late. All right, we're going to try again tomorrow night. So I'm going to place your picture back up here on the wall, and we're going to go back down here to... That's just me. Mr. David Blackwell. Okay, thank you. You saw that. Mr. David Blackwell, sir. I've come back up here to speak with you and a few other gentlemen. You have spoken with Chelsea when she was here, standing in the execution chamber, and you told her your name. Could you come forward and introduce yourself? Could you come forward and introduce yourself? I don't know if that's an EVP or not. Could you come forward and introduce yourself? Thank you. My name is Brent. This is my friend Joe. We came up from Las Vegas to speak with you. Do you have any words for us? That's Dad's. I remember him saying that. Could you reach up and well, thank you on that one. Could you tap the device for us? Just tap it twice, and we'll move on to more questions. There's one. I know you're trying, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, David Blackwell was a very active spirit, and I need to get his picture up. I really do. Are you sorry for your crimes? Could you tap it? Yes, you are. Thank you. Once for no, twice for yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Appreciate that. You're being very kind. Thank. Oh, you're making this easy on me. Do you like the fact that Susan and everybody are keeping this prison up so people can communicate with you? You're not even letting me finish my questions. You know what I'm saying? You, 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 Dads, is this you? As if not, that's an EVP. Does that sound like hang on to that? Hang on to them. Hang on to them. Do you like the fact that Susan and everybody are keeping this prison up so people can communicate with you? Do you like the fact that Susan and everybody are keeping this prison up so people can communicate with you? Do you like the fact that Susan and everybody are keeping this prison up so this is David Blackwell. 100% David Blackwell. We have his picture up next to the Eddy meter, asking questions. I don't want to say 100%, I'm going to say 95% chance that this is David Blackwell's spirit himself. Hang on to them. Are they telling me to hang on to Susan and everybody else? That they're the ones taking care of it? Hang on to them so you can keep coming back and talk to me. This is absolutely amazing. People can communicate with you. Do you like the fact that Susan and everybody are keeping this prison up so people can communicate with you? Do you like the fact that Susan and everybody are keeping this prison up so people can communicate with you? Wow. Oh my God, guys. We're 20 minutes into EVPs, and we just got a full statement. Hang on to them. Let's get this saved. Wow. Okay, this is 26 already. EVP 26. We are literally, what? We're 5 hours into the audio, and we've already got 26 EVPs. There's one for the meter. 2272. We're going to hit, at this rate, over Oh, well over 600 EVPs if we keep this up.
Do you like the fact that Susan and everybody are keeping this prison up so people can communicate with you?
He likes that.
You're not even letting me finish my questions. You know what I'm saying.
Wow.
Wow. Are there others here with you tonight that are among us?
Yeah, Deads, this third investigation of the prison was better than the other two combined. The activity we're getting through the Eddie and through audio. I can't wait to see what we get on video. I can almost assure we're going to get a full body apparition, or at least a reflection of something in that execution chamber glass. We're gonna have something earth shattering. This is pretty damn close to it with these conscious statements. It's I am literally freaked out right now.
Yes. You're on your game tonight.
He knows what you're gonna say before you
Yeah,
say
he
it.
does. That's
Yep, see?
you're actually starting to creep me out a little bit. You know why I'm here. You know that I'm sorry for only communicating with Carol Cole last time.
And and this goes to show, and I've talked about this, that Susan would carry a spirit box through for tours and for ghost walks, and my name would come through the spirit box. Where's Brent? And this shows right here the consciousness and the awareness of these spirits, knowing that I'm coming back. Does that show? How do I put this? This shows memory. This shows a true consciousness, conscious memory, and conscious thought in the afterlife. That we're we're basically just lacking physical form. We carry everything else with us. I'm at a loss for words right now, guys. I am at a complete loss for words.
I neglected all of you and I apologize for that. Do you accept my apology?
He's thinking about it.
No, you don't have to think about it.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to think about it. I know there's more of you here than just him. The only research I did was on him, and I should have investigated more. So I do have to ask, is Floyd Burton Lovelace here with you? I've read a lot about his case, and being executed at 17 years old, I don't think was right. I don't even know what to ask now. He's got me stumped.
Well,
I don't even know what to ask. This is crazy.
ask him if he thinks that executing that kid was.
What's that?
Ask him if executing that kid was, if he thought that was right or not.
That my friend Joe is right. Do you feel that executing, Floyd Burton Lovelace was right, being 17 years old, or do you agree with it? Once for yes, twice for no. Do you want Susan to come up here tomorrow and speak with you guys?
it's just the truck in the background. Damn it.
Do you like the fact that we're going to be here for 3 nights to speak with you? Do you feel trapped here in this room? Are you trapped in that chamber?
Yeah. Duds is 100% right. For those watching now and later on YouTube or just later on, because you're overseas or whatever, every time there was a question was asked in some form, we had personal experiences. There was something going on in that chamber the entire time we were up there on, well, all 3 nights. Let's just get that out of the way. There was some kind of an energy field in that room, some kind of a charge, some kind of, I don't want to say that static electricity to where you feel like the hair on your arms is standing up. It's like there's something I don't want to say use poetry, but something is amiss. Something is going on. You feel like something big is going to happen. You feels like you're there for a reason. It's a strange thing to explain unless you've been on several paranormal investigations. There's something just off, but something that kind of feels right. You don't feel negative in there. As long as you're asking the right questions, it just feels that energy drain you experience is so wild. Yes, for your equipment and personally. It's just like, but you're exerting so much mental energy. It feels like it's a paranormal hangover. Is best way to put it. It's imagine a hangover without the headache, and that's what your body feels like for those who haven't done it. If you've gone out all night on a drinking bender, you wake up the next day feeling like the floor of a taxi cab. Take away the headache, and that's the paranormal hangover.
What do you miss most about life outside these walls?
Yes, the walk to Dutch Brothers and the extra shots of espresso.
Do you talk with others about life when we aren't around?
Wait a minute. Might be some echo from the background. That's really faint. Yeah, that's something way distant. That's nothing.
2 in the box.
Oops.
2 in the box.
Wrong button. Wrong button. Sorry, guys. Oops.
All right, Mr. Blackwell, I'm going to grab another photograph and we're going to speak to another gentleman. So I do thank you for answering our questions. It's been very humbling. Thank you for using your energy to communicate with us. And we will be back tomorrow night to speak with you again. And I'm going to go back over to here. Where's he at? Mr. Edward Cole, sir, are you here with us this evening?
Wait, I don't know. I saw 1.98 billion Powerball winner was in California, so they did have a winner. Take the lump sum of 1.2 billion. After taxes, you get roughly 600 million. So you after all is said and done, taxes and fees, about 600 million. Oof.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And it's not picking up on the meter either. Okay, it just got very cold around us, so I'm taking that as a sign of somebody's presence.
You get about 500 million after taxes.
And there is just movement in that chamber. 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 And there is just movement in that
I don't know
chamber.
if that's Dead's or an EVP. There's 3 different voices
There is
here.
just movement in that chamber.
There's mine. I think one's is Dead's.
Can you tell me who it was that made?
Okay.
And there is just movement in that chamber.
Right there. Okay, there. Woe is you.
And there is just movement in that.
Now it sounds like you saying whoa, then after that it's like over there. I don't know if that was you. That doesn't sound like your voice.
And there is just movement in that chamber.
So there's an
There is just
EVP
movement in that chamber.
over there.
And there is just movement in that chamber. And there is just movement in that chamber. And there is just movement in that chamber. And there is just movement in that chamber.
I think that's just dumb luck, because you've been here through a lot of the investigations to where these spirits will talk over us or talk under us while we're talking. That's because people usually won't shut up long enough. But it's usually question, quiet, statement, quiet, question, quiet. So and that's another one.
2 in the
And
box.
that time we can use confirmed. This time I got it right. So, yeah.
And there is just movement in that chamber.
Wow. Getting some pristine
Can you
evidence
tell
tonight.
me who it was that made me sick last time I was here when I went to leave? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Meter went off.
You know we're here for 3 nights. Tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night. So I hope you guys have saved up some energy because you're going to need it to communicate. All right, I take that as a sign of your acknowledgement. Thank you. Like I said, my name is Brent. The strange face in here is my good friend Joe. He traveled down here from Oregon to communicate with you after I told him your stories. So could you please touch that device and say hello to him, please? I take it as a sign of great respect. Oh, guys, you don't want me to get upset now. I'm trying to be nice. This is a friend of mine, and he's your friend now, too. Okay, maybe tomorrow night you can say hi to him. It's okay. But for now, guys, you can focus on me if you'd like to. Could you touch that device and make it blink for as many of you that are in here with us right now, please? 1, 2, 3.
They were shy with you until you sat in culinary by yourself. I can't wait to get to that on video.
How many ever? Just please let us know how many of you there are.
Wait, what?
Did you hear that?
We got a number. Are you kidding me? Guys.
One, two, three, four. How many ever? Just please let us know how many of you there are. Could you touch that device and make it blink for as many of you that are in here with us right now, please? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many ever? Just please let us know how many of you there are. Could you touch that device and make it blink for as many of you that are in here with us right now, please? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many ever? Just please let us know how many of you there are.
Guys.
Could you touch that device?
I've got nothing right now. I've literally got nothing. And this confirms on night 3 when I asked them to all come together to touch the Yeti. How many are in there? Night 1, 7. Oh my Jesus, guys. You don't see me go like this very often. We're going to play this a couple times so I can clip it. This is huge.
Make it blink for as many of you that are in here with us right now, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, how many ever? Just please let us know how many of you there are. Could you touch that device and make it blink for as many of you that are in here with us right now, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, how many ever? Just please let us know how many of you there are. Could you touch that device and make it blink for as many
All right.
of you that are in here with us right now, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, how
I'm sorry, guys. A lot just got taken out of me. A lot of energy just left me. I never expected this. You know, we got someone made me sick. I saw that. Turn around. Brent. Over there. And now how many of you are in here? 7.
How many ever? Just please let us know how many of you there are. Wow. Did you hear that?
You heard me say it. Did you hear that? To Joe, to Deds, to Joe. And he said, I think.
Did you hear that? If that wasn't the other team, I heard 7.
I heard it verbally. We heard it verbally, like you guys are hearing me. So we're going to go back here. We heard it.
If that is 7, could you light up that device, please? Could you touch that device and make it blink for as many of you?
But who would say 7? Just one word. There's no other voice there. Who would walk through a location and just say, 7? If this isn't Heads Up, 7 Up. This is a paranormal investigation. So I got to actually go back through and save this again. I actually got to get this right. Just so we can confirm it with Susan later.
You that are in here with us right now, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, how many ever? Just please let us know how many of you there are. Did you hear that? If that wasn't the other team, I heard 7. Could you touch that device and make it blink for as many of you that are in here with us right now, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, how many ever? Just please let us know how many of you there are. Did you hear that? If that wasn't the other team, I heard 7. Could you touch that device and make it blink for as many of you that... If that is 7, could you light up that device, please? That's the team. Because if not, that's evidence. So, Mr. Cole, sir.
Flat out evidence, guys.
I had watched your last interview before they walked you into that room. I wish life would have been different for you. I wish life would...
That's creepy. Let's slow this down. I don't know what this is. You think, as strong as this is, we would have heard this with our naked ear. It echoes, and we didn't acknowledge it. At least I don't think. Let's let's see if we acknowledge this.
I wish life would have been different for you.
Okay, we didn't acknowledge it. Yeah, that's. So we got to save this as an unknown sound. We got to put this in unknown sound because I don't think this is a word. I think this is like a gasp. It's like an exasperated gasp. So, yeah. All right, let me get this written down. We'll move on. And what kind of theory is that, Deds? Inquiring minds want to know.
I wish life would have been different for you. And I feel bad for the way you were raised with your mother and your father.
Last gasp of a, since we're in the, if it was a last gasp, it'd probably have to do with those that were executed by lethal gas, by the gas chamber. I don't think it would be lethal injection because with the gasp, you're thinking that last gasp for air. That's just a personal opinion on that. I could be wrong. You know, that last, like, even with lethal injection, that last deep breath before ejection collapses the diaphragm. So it could be technically yes. So could that be because we're talking to Carol Cole and he was the first to go in Nevada by lethal injection? And that's his last gasp of air? That's possible. And again,
And
Carol Cole is
pretty much gave
right
up.
there.
And I don't know if you felt you had to die for it all to end. But I did pray for you after I watched that interview. Now there's several other pictures of gentlemen here that I want to speak to over the next few nights. So in the next couple minutes, I'm going to put up the next picture. So if there's anything you'd like to say, please come forward and do so now, because it won't be until tomorrow night that we can do this again.
Hang on to them was David Blackwell. The 17-year-old was Floyd Burton Loveless. Two different. David Blackwell killed two cops in a shootout. Floyd Burton Loveless killed a deputy in one of the counties up outside Reno. And the book is here. Let me put it in chat for you. That's the title of the book. It's if you do decide to get it and read it, it's going to seem a little bit biased. Oh, you're welcome. It's going to seem a little one-sided. It's not. Just keep a very open mind, considering this comes from records of all parties involved minus Lovelace's. So, until the end, when you start reading letters from his grandmother, trying to save his life, it does seem a little bit of a biased book, but it's very, very true to what happened.
All right, Mr. Cole, sir, we're going to move on to the next gentleman.
I got paperback.
Thank you for your responses. Let's get back over here. And who was it that responded to us? I don't even remember. Was it James Williams? You remember?
Someone that said that.
Yeah, who was that?
I think it was right after the kid.
Paul Maynard Scow or Albert Sala? Let's go with Floyd Burton Lovelace.
Speak of Lovelace.
All right, Burton. Is that true? If you're here with us, first of all, please give us a sign of your presence. My name is Brent. This is Joe. Once again. Is it true that you prefer being called Burton over Floyd?
Nothing wrong with that, Dads.
Or Bertie or Burton? One of the two. Could you light up that device, please, by touching it? What the fuck?
What?
Something weird just popped up on the GoPro screen and went away. Looked like a bunch of static and just disappeared. Looked like a small static screen.
Yeah.
Like when a TV goes out of focus, it disappears.
Interference.
We're going to have to wait to see the video on this because, like I said, all that black and gray static from old school TVs when you used to have the dial. When you used to have the dial TVs, you've got a channel that wasn't there. It was that black and gray static, black, gray, and white. That's the static that popped up on the GoPro. So when we get to the video on this, I'm going to be extremely anxious. I almost want to do it after we finish. Well, I'm not going to do it now, but it's way too early. But keep all this in the back of your mind, guys. A lot of this, I had a GoPro running for like 7 hours. So we got a lot to go through.
Or do you think that's...
You know when you get the white static on the
Yeah.
TV? That just came up on the screen in like a split second and disappeared.
Okay.
Was that you that came up and interfered with the device in my hand? If
I think that over the course of 3 days, I got uneasy twice. I got a little uneasy twice, and that was one moment right there. It's like I was honestly worried about going back into that area and getting sick again. Last year I got sicker than crap in the prison. But like I said, it was just bubble guts. I think that's probably what the prisoners felt before they were led, into the execution chamber. And it's just like,
so, could you
okay.
Touch that device sitting next to the picture on the table? Is that honestly that creeped me out a little bit?
I love the fact we've got clear recordings. This is just makes my day.
All right, Burton. I read somewhere that you were on the prison softball team. You were one of the best players they had. If that was true, which I believe, because you're a young kid among a bunch of old fogies, could you go ahead and touch that box for me next to your picture, please? Now the reports say that you did not mean to kill that deputy or that sheriff. The scuffle ensued and fit of rage and just the heat of the moment that you shot him through the neck. I do believe you did not mean to shoot him, but you also didn't want to go to jail. If that is true, could you please touch that device for me, please? All right, we're going to move on to the next gentleman. We will come back tomorrow night and speak with you again since we're here for 3 nights. So let's get your picture out of here. Go back up here.
What? The fuck? You're gonna wait till I put your picture up. No, it's not piano. Holy shit. I think we're gonna have to clean this up a little bit. I think I know what this is saying. I think it's 4 words. Okay, we're gonna try to get that motorcycle out of there. Try to get that motorcycle out. Okay.
Back up here.
Let's get this amplified again. So I'm definitely hearing a voice here. I'm definitely hearing a voice here. Okay, let me try one more thing here, or 2 more things. Let's pop that up. Let's go into denoise. Pump this down just in case. if I can call that a voice now. We're going to debunk that.
Where do we want to go? Third execution, monologue, gas chamber, G-John. G-John was in the old building.
What about the kid?
What's that?
What about the kid?
We just did the kid.
Just the kid, okay.
So
How
let's.
about this one?
Oh, the last one?
Yeah.
Okay, this was the last execution.
Daryl Mack, I think.
That's me hitting the box. All right, Mr. Daryl Mack. My name is Brent. This is Joe. We've come to speak to you, to pretty much every gentleman here. We're up from Vegas. If you are here with us, could you please touch that box next to your picture? I know you were found guilty by a jury of your peers, but I do have to ask, were you guilty? Could you touch that box, please? Once for yes, twice for no.
Sims, you made it, finally. How you doing? You missed some amazing EVPs. You'll have to go back and watch the VOD. And this time we were actually able to put a name to the EVP.
Do you not wish to communicate with us? If you want us to leave you in peace, please touch that box and we will talk to somebody.
Yeah, it does. I think you're right. Smells like crown and disappointment. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Else.
I'm alive, tired, and you're here. Same here.
Do you have any words at all for us?
Okay, disappointment. Oh my God.
All right, we're going to move on down the line if you have nothing to say. We've already had 3 of you communicate with us. If you're not here, we understand, or if you just don't want to deal with us, we understand too. So we're going to move right along. Okay, let's try this. Just because. All right, Mr. G. John. I know you're
G John, not G.
were taken from this world on the old part of the prison grounds, but most of you congregate here for some reason. If you are here with us, could you please touch that device? Ni hao?
Now, Sims, we always enjoy your presence. You're such a ray of sunshine and such a pleasure and joy to always have in this chat. You better not ever leave. We all love you here like a little sister. Just remember that.
They say they tried to execute you when it was too cold in a room that was too big. And it was kind of a failed execution on the first attempt. Did that bring you any pain? Could you touch that box for us, please?
Yeah, Sims, Ray of Sunshine. Yours is the first recorder we're analyzing. We're on night 1, section 3 of your recorder, and we're already at 29 EVPs. 29, and we're not even 6
On
hours
the
in.
second attempt, when they were successful, they say it took you about 15 minutes to die because it was too cold. I can't imagine the horror and the terror going through your mind. Do you hold any ill resentment toward them? Could you touch that box for us, please? We have traveled a great distance to speak with you and the other gentlemen here. So please, please don't be shy. All right, Mr. G. John, you don't want to make yourself known. It's all right. We'll move on to the next.
We do know there's 7 spirits in this room with us. We do know there's 7. We got the EVP to prove it. How many of you here are with us tonight? 7. So, the problem is identifying 7. We definitely identified 1.
Let's see, who do we want to go with? Let's try you. Mr. Raymond Plunkett, are you here with us, sir? I'm curious to know, why did you kill your 5-month-old son? Could you just not tolerate his crying anymore? Was it an accident? Could you touch that little box next to your picture for us, please?
Thank you, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
And the temperature, don't touch the temperature now. It's either nighttime it's getting colder or that's you. One of the two. You've got to smack that box pretty good to let us know you're here. It'll light up the lights on it. How long were you in prison before they let you into that chamber? If you don't want us speaking to you, please touch that box and we'll speak to another gentleman. All right. You had your opportunity. Thank you. Let's move right along. I don't even know who to speak to now. Nobody wants to. Mr. Richard Moran, are you here with us tonight? Please touch that device next to your picture. You are going to have 3 nights to be heard, but there are several other gentlemen here we want to speak to as well. So please come forward now. Could you please repeat that?
Yeah, Deds, it was night 3.
I swear to God. Could you please repeat that?
That little distorted beep sound, I guarantee that's what I heard. That little warble. So,
Could you please repeat that?
that's probably what I heard.
I swear to God, I just heard it. No.
That's a warble. It sounded like an echoed no. So that's an easy debunk. We called it right.
If that is one of you in the chamber there behind the picture of Richard Moran, please come forward and show yourself. Please come up to the glass. We only want to be made aware of your presence. If you're not going to make yourself known, guys, you see we did get some responses from some of these inmates. I don't know beyond that. We're going to try again tomorrow night. We don't want to keep Susan here all night. We've already been here about 6 hours, so we're going to do our best and come back and try to get some more evidence for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you on the video tomorrow night. We're going to end night 1 on this video. Y'all take care. That took 44% of battery to do that. Jesus.
So you hear me say 44% of the battery. That was having the GoPro on the GoPro gimbal with the extended battery. I was able to record literally all night.
And I still got like 71 freaking hours left on this fucking recorder. Or 71 minutes. Okay, so we might want to start pulling gear too if we can.
Okay.
So I'm only going to do what I can really carry.
Okay.
I don't know why this.
I can get all my stuff too. No problem.
That gimbal is freaking amazing. The problem is it takes all night to charge it. So literally you got to charge it in like 8 or 9 o'clock at night before you get up, or charge it right before you go to bed. It'll still be blinking on the last light when you wake up.
And this guy, we got 6 hours on this recorder.
Nice. Whoops.
6 hours, 10 minutes with still bars to go.
Battery door right there. Yep.
All right, so guys, we still have a couple minutes. So hold on, let's get through this.
We only want to be made aware of your presence.
No, that's it. Never mind. So that actually was very first night was warm as shit. Yeah. I cranked my heater up before I left because I knew when we got back I was just going to be ice. This actually does it for Sims Recorder on night 1. This is the end of Sims night 1. And we got 29 EVPs in 6 hours. Those hoodies were damn good though, yeah. And my Incarnate's hoodie, yeah, I had the thermal on underneath it. I was toasty all night. Close selected files. No, I don't want to save. All right. Yeah. Susan graciously donated 2 hoodies to Deds and I. Sims, thank you for having us do your recorder first for night 1. Now it's going to take us 18 more recorders to get to your night 2. Now it's on to night 1 for somebody else. So what we're going to do is, because MDS donated enough for a new recorder for the Zoom H3 VR, we're going to go with a MDS recorder for night 1. Like I said, we're doing all night 1 before we do night 2. On to the next one. Yeah. But it's like I said, it's going to be a while before we have your night 2. And I think explicit night 1 was the one that didn't, or one of the explicit recorders didn't record on night 1. So I don't even know where this one is at. This might be in a very precarious location. We're going to find out right now. All right, this is Brent with Incarnate Paranormal, Night 1, Nevada State Prison, Visit 3. This is Building 9, Cell C9, being left on the windowsill in front of all the spider webs. What's in here? Nevada State Prison, Visit 3. This is Building 9, Cell C9, being left on the windowsill. Where the 2 guys were killed in the rotunda, yes. In front of all the spider webs. Me being louder than shit, closing my case. We the hell? Already? Yeah, already. Oh my God. I don't know, it sounds like 2 words to me. Sims, you have to be there next year. You have to be there next year. I'd like to get most of my viewers there if possible. So we're going to go back through. We're going to do some vocal enhancing. Then we're going to slow it down. Because I think this is the only way we're going to get it. I don't know. This is a tough one. Let me try getting this cleaned up just a hair more, and see if I can we can get this, because we're going to start off 27 seconds in with an EVP, which is pretty close to the record. Capture noise point. Apply it. There we go. You worked this time. What I use is a Nanook. It's a Canadian company, and the Nanook cases are actually better than the Pelicans. And that's my small box. That's not one of the large ones. I don't know. What do you guys think on this? Yeah, just think it's a higher class Pelican. Yeah, I got nothing on this. I hear a yes, but I don't hear anything else. So unfortunately on this one, because of what it is, it's distorted. There's partial EVP. It might be garbled. You're right, Deds. 100%. So I have to bump this one.
Gentlemen, we will be back later. Please feel free to list some of your presents just like you did with this gentleman here.
With me, the most essential thing is with me, the most
Yeah, this was with Chris.
we've been hearing it.
Yeah, last time we were here, we actually got a mouse on camera here. I have a little bit of video. It's a little
So this might be a quiet recorder. So you guys can see. Well, Deds, remember, a lot of these recorders are going to be desolate recorders. We did not do a lot. There's that exhale again. Yeah. And like I said, counting exhales is so hard to count as evidence. You don't know if it was Chris, don't know if it was me, don't know if it was you. I'm fairly certain it wasn't me. It might have been. because I was lugging that case around trying to set recorders up. So we're going to deal with a few desolate recorders. 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got all those cell blocks that are going to be desolate nights, but who's to say we did not get the EVPs? We just got to fight through the silence.
The bad thing about really looking at this is the direct channel is subject to a lot of reasons. It's subject to a lot of reasons. Subject to a lot of reasons. Subject to a lot of reasons. That's why I shut it down for security reasons. It wasn't safe for the guards or the prisoners. When what else was it?
Yeah, and then cameras work like they do now.
And now for the silence. Yeah, I'll agree with that. It's like a tomb. You got 4 wings, steel and concrete, and that's it. You got 2 levels to each cell block, and it's eerie. And the problem again is we can't just skip through audio. We don't know if we're going to miss EVPs. And this was the reason for so many recorders strung out, because the first 2 years, leaving recorders unattended, we got evidence. You guys helped out with it. And I'm starting to drop a lot of frames. Freaking Twitch. That's us outside. Yeah, I'm watching the frames close. It kind of bottomed out. Just a spike of some kind. I'll just have to reset my modem tonight or tomorrow. No big deal. But yeah, again, it's so creepy going into these cell blocks, no power, and with just a flashlight or the light from the camera, even going in there into the daytime is creepy enough. You're expecting somebody to walk out on you. But going into there at night, it's like, whoa. You're just waiting for it. You got to watch out for people on their first investigation. It's especially going into the prison. You all right with this? traffic. You know, and I don't care. The biggest, baddest guys will run out of locations like this, and it's intimidating. You figure you got to walk from the office up to 13 is, what'd they say, like 2/3 of a mile or a third of a mile or something? So you're talking a lot of point 0.6 miles, 2/3 of a mile. 2/3 of a mile from, let's bring up the picture, from right, figure right here inside this door. Big white door. All the way up to the top. 13, the long building, is 2/3 of a mile. We walk this at least 7 or 8 times a night. Plus all through the cell houses, all through culinary, and all the other walking. Sims, I'd be willing to guess more than once, but not so much after you have your first experience and it freaks you out, you kind of calm down. You want to get it out of the way. We got Dead's first experience out of the way in cell block 12. Like an hour into setup. We weren't even an hour into setup when we heard a "don't go" after we just turned on the recorder and we're walking out of the cell block. Don't go. It's like, dude, you hear that? He's like, yeah, I heard it. There's your first experience right there. I wish they could lock us in a cell. I wish they could. I know they've got the controls in like A. It's either A or B. But you can't risk those things malfunctioning. And then you're stuck in there. Yeah, we're going to have some dead recorders, unfortunately. You could have claimed an entire building to yourself, and you wouldn't have heard somebody the entire night. Night one, we only had, 4 other people there? We had 6 people for the entire prison night one. We had 4 for night 2. Night 2, you could have taken an entire area of the prison by yourself. Nobody wanted to walk up to the top except for night 3 when Lingering Souls went up there. Yeah, there is a women's ward, or there's a women's area, and it's one of the oldest parts of the prison. That's where a lot of the weird shit happens to Susan, is up in women's. The Blob and the Creeper reside in women's, yes. In Sims, if I remember right, I think night 2, it was either night 2 or night 3, I had your recorder in women's. Navigating the prison in your sleep. You will for a while. You notice how I just walked around there like it was second nature. Oh, Sims, if you're there, we'll leave you alone in there. We'll give you a recorder and leave you be. And we'll tell Susan, Let her alone for an hour, then go check on her. But you got to admit, and Deds will confirm this, as simple as the layout of the prison is, it's a maze. Some of the areas dead end into locked doors, so you got to turn around and backtrack all the way through. It is a maze. From the main cell house over into Max and up to the infirmary, it's a maze. But it's so much fun getting lost too. You're not going to not find your way out. It's just going to be like, hey, all right, I'll just investigate until I find the door. Just find the stairs that go down and you'll be good. You'll find your way out eventually. I just hope we're able to find some EVPs in here. So what I'm going to do real quick, just to be safe. Let me pause this. Oh, I got the whole... No, I don't. There we go. Let's bump this up. So you see, even bumping this up 10, there's not a lot of static. But we might, looks like we go in there right around the 2 hour 50-minute mark is when we go in. Then back here again. So we got a little ways to go. It's about 1 hour and 40 minutes of silence. Bear with me a sec, guys. Wait, would you guys seriously leave me all alone? I've never been in a place like that to investigate. Sims, yes. You've got to overcome fear. Don't let it bother you. Speak to the spirits like you talk to your best friends. Speak to them like they're anybody. Like they're a normal person on the street. You'll get responses. I wouldn't leave you alone if I didn't think you could handle it. I left Deds alone in culinary, one of the most active areas in the prison. I left him alone in there for like 10 or 15 minutes just to run and get a battery for my GoPro. Because I wanted him to have a personal experience in the prison. I wanted him to have his first paranormal experience by himself. I would leave you alone in women's by yourself so you could have your own personal experiences, not just the ones because I'm there. You've got to be able to experience it for yourself. And that will make it more memorable. You'll go home and be like, hey, he left me alone up in this freaking creepy old area and I took it. I got personal evidence. I had personal experiences. You can share it on the show. You can share it with everybody else. I got to experience Nevada State Prison by myself. And now you guys, you get the feeling. This is why I love investigating alone. Especially in areas like that. You have so much more happen to you and to your equipment. It's an amazing feeling. It really is. You're like, these spirits chose to talk to me. If I didn't think you could do it, I wouldn't even talk about doing it. I don't know if I'd leave you alone up in execution, though. That's a rough one for women, because there's a couple spirits there that do not like women. So there's areas yes, and there's areas no. What the No, that's not. There's a voice there too. I have an idea what that says. I have a very strong idea what that says. But also remember, Dads, those domes in the rotunda, the domes allow light to come through. Remember, we did have the settling noise on those. Yeah, you're gonna feel uneasy going into culinary, knowing there was 2 people murdered, literally right up by where they pick up their food. You're gonna feel uneasy. So I'm gonna bump this way up. Then I'm gonna clean it up and see if we can get something. Turn that down. It sounds like turn it off. That definitely sounds like turn it off. So let me go back in, put some more vocal enhancer in here just because I cleaned it up a lot. Turn it off, followed by that bang. All right. It's another one for the meter. That is officially EVP 30 for the prison. And we're just starting the second recorder on night 1. Oh my God. We're in for a lot of EVPs. We're in for a lot of EVPs. I like I said, I guess we're going to get like 650, if not more. If it persists like it's going, we're going to hit 100 EVPs by the 4th recorder on night 1. The 4th or the 5th we'll hit 100 EVPs. That quiet, soothing sound of white noise on a paranormal investigation. Well, analyzing at least. That white noise almost puts you to sleep. It's like, oh, here we go. You get that lazy lull about you. And again, this is why we don't skip audio. We find those hidden gems just tucked away in the static. Some people like going on treasure hunts. Come on in here, see if you can find the EVPs. It's a hell of a lot tougher than your treasure hunts. I'm still actually in awe we're able to put a name to one of the EVPs this time. Last year we got one. We knew it was, Edward Carroll Cole. But the fact that we asked the name and got a response out of it, I'm still in awe on it. I'm still beside myself. Damn. That's two doors shutting. And that's interior. That's not coming from outside. By this time, we're 20 minutes away. We're in building 9. This means we're up in 12 by now. And that's not going to pick up the door shutting up at 12. Just not going to happen. That's a slam. Now the question is, do we save this as evidence? Because this is coming from close. What do you guys think? Yes or no? I'm going to say no. It's evidence, but it's not. Like the last 2 investigations from the prison, we can't count every door slam. If we do, we're going to have 1,000 pieces of evidence. I'm going to call it residual energy. I'm going to call it a residual EVP. We'll just be simple with it, guys. Evidence, but not countable evidence. But the first Sims recorder part 1 of night 1, all those bangs we heard were actually evidence. This is coming from Chris, one of the docents at the prison. He said this is not normal. This is not residual energy. This is intelligent energy. So we could add another 50 or 60 on right now if we wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to go that far. I'll just give a full copy of the recorder to Susan and let her just sit there and hear that bang, bang, bang. It's like, wow. They really want us to know they're there. It's like, Brent, you're back. Bang. Brent, you're back. Bang. It's like, oh my God. I feel like William Hung at that point. He bangs, he bangs, he bangs. And I can't believe I just did that. Ignore me. I'm not in my element tonight. William Hung is in the building. Yeah, he probably has a better singing voice than I do. That's why I got a face for radio. I barely have the face for Twitch. You couldn't get me on one of those reality TV shows. Maybe a reality paranormal show, but not a reality show. I'd be calling out their BS day in and day out. So I'm gonna give it a couple weeks. Then I'm gonna message Susan. I'm wondering if I should just not do Halloween weekend again next year. I think it'd actually be fitting, is just to make it a tradition to keep Halloween weekend. It's a car. Alrighty, guys, we have actually hit that. We've hit that 2-hour mark, and it's been a long day for me. I'm trying to do 2 hours every night now, just to maintain that integrity of the show. I will let you guys know now. Not this Friday. Next Friday, there will not be a show. Saturday, no show. Sunday, probably not looking good. I've got to go put in a full day at work next Friday. Then go back in at midnight to go pick up from one of the shows. Then the next night, Saturday, I've got to be back in at midnight again to go pick up from a different show. So just be aware of that next week, 2 days, there won't be a show. If I get home in time Saturday night, I might try to get up and do a makeup show Sunday. I'm just not going to put that in stone just yet because the pickups are not guaranteed just yet either. So we'll definitely keep that in mind for next week. Tomorrow night, minus working overtime, I will be back on at the same time, around between 6 and 6:30, and we'll go to 8:30. More if we start getting EVPs later on into the show. But I truly thank you guys for being here tonight. We got some truly, truly amazing evidence tonight. Hang on to them. I asked if they, do you like me coming into the prison and Susan and them keeping it up for us to come talk to you? And we got a response of hang on to them, which was David Blackwell. We had movement in the execution chamber, which we talked about, and an EVP followed by over there. And how many are in here? We got the response of 7. We got a physical response saying 7, and we confirmed it with a naked ear. We thought it was a team down the hall. It wasn't. They were actually further down in the prison than we anticipated. So we got 3 very intelligent, conscious EVP answers tonight, which you don't get all the time. You could be in the paranormal for years and not get that conscious of a response. Tonight was a big success, and I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys did too. We'll be back continuing tomorrow night, Building 9, cell block C, cell 9 on the window. See if we can get some more EVPs besides turn it off. Were they talking about the recorder? Probably. Anyways, have a great night. God bless. See you guys tomorrow night. Y'all take care.